I'm Dennis Liu. I want to begin my introduction of the Declare It Now, Wear Orange campaign to you by using a quote from Dick Cheney's Chief of Staff, David Addington, one of the Bush regime's architects of its torture policy and its assertions of dictatorial executive power. Quote, "We're going to push and push and push until some larger force makes us stop." What is that larger force Addington is referring to? It isn't the Democratic Party. We all know what the Democratic majority in Congress has done. They've given Bush and Cheney everything they wanted and more. And the leading presidential candidates for the Democratic nomination for president have all endorsed a military attack on Iran. The courts can't be the larger force. The neocons have the Supreme Court majority in their pocket. Is it the watchdog media? That watchdog's been sleeping while its master's house has been looted and its residents raped and murdered. The larger force can't be voting because the GOP hijacked the last two presidential elections, and the Democrats have said that they're not going to do anything about the hackable electronic voting machines until at least 2010. The larger force, the only force capable of stopping these criminals, is none other than the American people in our millions. As I wrote in my book, Impeach the President, at no time in this country's history has the political leadership and the media been more removed and more opposed to the people. This is even truer today than when I first wrote it. We have fundamentally two opposing forces here. On the one side, we have the people, and on the other side, we have the Bush regime and all of its enablers, especially the Democratic Party leadership and the corporate media. The regime has billions of dollars to draw upon. They now control the major institutions of society and they dominate the media. This lineup, this confrontation of clashing interests is shocking to many people. They can't believe what they're seeing. They can't believe that the Bush regime, despite all of its grotesque crimes, is still being shielded. As a result, millions of Americans are vacillating between fury and despair. Most of the people who despise this regime think that Bush supporters outnumber them. Nothing could be further from the truth. The fact that we have a large majority on our side needs to be made known in an unmistakable, indelible, undeniable way, felt and seen by everybody in their everyday lives. Declare It Now is designed to make the widespread, invisible sentiment against the Bush regime visible, so that it can become a powerful, irresistible, irrepressible force. We need to feel our collective power. If only a fraction of the 70% who want Bush and Cheney gone were to wear orange daily, a ribbon, an armband, a t-shirt, and so on, we'd have millions. These millions would be seen by at least tens of millions of others and can inspire bursts of orange all over the country. In the streets, on the bus, in the park, at the workplace, in the schools, in the malls, at the farmers market, concerts, sporting events, everywhere we go. If we do this, we will have effected a massive cultural shift and dramatically altered the balance of forces from one where the initiative is in the hands of the Bush regime and its tiny social base to one where the initiative is in the hands of the people. Social change doesn't need everyone to act, but we do need millions. We need 1% of the entire population to declare themselves and wear orange. That 1% will both reflect the majority sentiment and in turn affect millions of others. The Bush regime will stand revealed, the way the Wizard of Oz was revealed to be a puny man behind all the smoke and mirrors. The nearly monolithic opposition against holding Bush and Cheney accountable from our political leaders and media means that a successful movement to drive out the Bush regime will require nothing less than a people's movement that is visible everywhere.